Molly, I had promised that I was going to ask you about bio and Space Tango. So would you please scratch that itch for me and tell me about the stuff that you're working on that really is developing things that are going to deliver value on Earth as well as in space?
Yeah, absolutely. So at Space Tango, we've flown about 300 payloads to the ISS, and we're now moving into an environment where we can fly things in lunar orbit, potentially in the future to Martian orbit. And what these environments provide is a really unique place for us to study some things we can't terrestrially. A lot of our researchers fly life sciences payloads. So that's anything from organoids, stem cells, and other types of 2D or 3D tissue cultures to study what the effects of that unique environment are, and then try to use the information we get from that to deliver terrestrial impact. So a couple examples of these. Terrestrially, there's some late-stage diseases that you can't really study in vitro. So what that means is in a plate in the lab, as opposed to on someone's body or on an animal model. If we can use the accelerated aging or accelerated maturation kind of effect that we see in space to our advantage, we can potentially grow these models. So things like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, glioblastoma, really intense diseases that don't manifest until later in someone's life are really difficult to create in the lab quickly. What we've seen our researchers do is be able to kind of accelerate that timeline to creating those disease models in space. And so then they're able to test those and find unique biomarkers that could be used for therapies or be able to predict someone's risk progression to that disease over the course of their life. So imagine sending someone's healthy cells up there, and then you can see what might happen to those cells in that microgravity environment. This is something that'll become even more interesting as we go into lunar and Martian, when you have effects of radiation more present, and when you're just on longer journeys in general. There's the potential to really uncover some things that we can't uncover in the lab today.
Excellent.